Now, being a mammal, his body is covered in hair, but his hair is modified into what you call a quill. Each one of these is a little tiny miniature spear, very sharp at the end and even barbed like a fishhook. So if a predator makes the mistake of coming up and biting him, they get a face full, a mouthful of these quills, and other animals don't have the dexterity that we do. We're the only animal in the world that can do this. Yeah, even all other primates, well, that's it right there. Not as much dexterity. The cutest, most adorable thing on the planet. Now, yeah, he's giving kisses. And by the way, they make a sound that is exactly like a guinea pig. I mean, you know, when they're full grown, they're basically just guinea pigs on steroids. No other way to kind of describe it. But what we're going to do, we're going to fast forward a little bit. This is a baby. How old is it?
This one's about 10 weeks old.
10 weeks old. We're going to fast forward about 8 years. So his name is Boomer, and this is a binturong. Largest prehensile tail animal in the world. So that means this tail right here, he can also wrap it around things, and you notice how I keep a hand on it for good reason. Sometimes he'll wrap it around my throat. He's not trying to hurt me, but he literally can choke me out. If he starts climbing down my body as he's anchored around my throat, I wouldn't be able to talk, let alone breathe. I put a towel on my shoulders before he gets up here. He has extremely sharp claws for digging into the trees, same with the genet that we saw, but also because of his smell. It is potent and overwhelming, and he smells like buttered popcorn. And anything he touches or gets near very, very quickly smells like buttered popcorn. But his favorite hobby in the world? Eating. Let me tell you, he'll eat anything, called an omnivore. He'll jump in the water, swim and catch fish, up in trees, birds on the ground, small animals, reptiles, rodents, insects. But he's just as happy eating any nut, berry, fruit, vegetable we can find. I don't know how binturong does this, but you could feed him 1 pound of food, he can produce 2 pounds of poop to him. So her name is Amy, and she is one of nature's strangest animals, what is known as a sloth. But in particular, let's move it just a little bit, there we go, a two-toed sloth. It gets confusing, there's 2 types. There's a 2-toed and a 3-toed. You look at her front foot, she got 2 toes. Her back foot, she's got 3. How do you tell the difference? Only look at the front. 2-toed will have 2 in the front, 3 in the back. 3-toed, 3 in the front, 3 in the back. Everything they do in life is slow and upside down. I mean everything. Eat, drink, sleep, mate, give birth. Sometimes they'll die and they're still just clinging in this upside down position. All this slow movement, sleeping, and in the wild, and I've seen them in the wild, they're really hard to see. They'll have moss and algae that grows into their coats, turning them green.